Well, hello everybody. This is going up a little later than I expected to, but it's better late than never, right? Another one for you guys to watch. I had a few people interested in the different mushroom rock that I showed in my last tutorial at the very end, which was like more in purples and stuff. So that's what I'm going to show you now. I had a feeling you guys would like it, and I had a feeling I would have to redo it so that you guys could have a tutorial, which I don't mind. I don't mind at all. I'm doing the same process that I did with the last one, which is starting off with a nice primed background using a sponge, a couple coats of white paint, and I am sketching on my mushrooms. It's going to be called Midnight Mushrooms because it definitely has a darker background than the last one. I'm going to be using a bit of African Violet. This is the same paint brand that I use for my white and my black. And I had a big bottle of it, so I thought I'd use it. So that's what color our sky is going to be, but it's going to be a lot of black as well. So stay tuned for that. I am using sponges and blending brushes in order to get the desired look between the black to the purple, like that transition. I find that using sponges makes it look a lot smoother, a lot nicer. So you can get finger sponges like this on Amazon or probably in pretty much every craft store, maybe even Dollarama or dollar stores or Dollar Tree, whatever you can find, just little sponges. It works fantastic. I also use a blending brush, which I have a tutorial for, and I've been using the same blending brush, the little tiny one, for years. It's broken in half and I'm still using it because I'm used to it. It blends perfectly the way I need it to. It works well with me. So I like using that one. I'm going to be outlining these little mushrooms in a bit of purple, but the lower I go on the stone, it's going to get black. So all in between the mushrooms and the grass blades and stuff that I've drawn on here, you'll be able to see it better once I've filled everything in and colored in the entire background. But it is going to be mostly black at the bottom near all that stuff there. Just looks like a big white mess right now. I promise it's going to clean up a lot more. So I will be just using acrylic paints on this one, just like the last one. I am going to go back to my roots a bit more. I'm going to have more rocks with just acrylic paint, maybe a couple of bedazzled bits and pieces here and there. But some people don't have all of the like UV gels and chrome powders and stuff like that to play with. So maybe I should just stick to something simple for a little bit. You will see once in a while some that aren't with the chrome and stuff like that, but the majority of the stone will be acrylic paint for now. I'll warn you if it's not going to be mostly acrylic. I'll give you a heads up. But I'm making sure that everything's all colored in between all those blades of grass and the little mushrooms. I've forgotten the stem on the bottom part of the one mushroom, but we're gonna get to that. It's all gonna be here. I do want to thank everybody. I've got a huge amount of supportive, loving, caring, genuine comments on my last video regarding my situation, and I'm gonna try not to cry because you guys are my whole world right now. It's my kids and myself and my rocks, and you guys are all part of that. So I just really want to let you know that you guys have made me feel very not alone like I was feeling. It's unfortunate that there's so many of you that have been through this or are going through this, being in an abusive relationship, or if you have a narcissist in your life, whether it's your boss or your mother or your father or your husband or your wife, or even your children can end up that way and treat you that way, because I'm witnessing that happening Not my children, but my husband treats his mother like that. So someone asked me in the comments a question that like actually kind of made me sit there for a little while. And that was, what were some of the warning signs that you were, or what were some of the warning signs or red flags that you ignored at the beginning? Because I was with him for over 13 years. And it was the main one that stands out to me. So if there's anyone out there, please listen. If this is something that might be unlocking some thoughts in your brain, selfishness. Selfishness was huge. It was the cause of a lot of arguments. It was a cause of a lot of gaslighting. I could not fathom the selfish behavior from one human being. I just couldn't figure it out. Simple things like if there's, 2 cookies left in the house and all of us kind of want a cookie, me, the kids, we just we feel like something sweet. But there's only 2 cookies in the whole house, and he would have the cookies. They would be his. Or if, like I'm working all day and I'm cleaning the house and I've, been doing so much stuff around and working and I'm covered in paint and I need to have a shower, and I will go to get in the shower and he's getting in there. Even though he had all day to do it and he hasn't really been doing anything, it will be his turn to use the bathroom. And nobody has anything to say about it. Like, we aren't allowed. Like, it was just, selfishness can come across in so many different ways. And that was huge. I couldn't help but notice after a while, like, wow, that was very selfish. And always putting himself before everybody else. And, like that, to me, that's one of your first warning signs that you should not ignore. Because I can pretty much guarantee you it's not going to get better. That selfishness is not going to magically dissipate. And they're just going to become a giving, loving, caring human being. My love language is giving people gifts and doing things for other people to make them happy. And I'm a people pleaser. Is sometimes not a good quality to have. But I just want everybody to be happy. And I don't want to be the cause of anybody's stress or anything. I like to spoil people that I love. It's not like love bombing spoil. It's like always, like I'll always spoil my kids, and I always spoiled my husband, and always like surprising people because their reaction and their happiness is what fed me. Like I loved their their smiles and stuff like that. So I was always a gifter. And I loved surprising people all the time, making things for people and painting things for people. And, some people appreciate that. Most people. But there are a few people in my life that I really realized that I wasted a lot of my energy and time on. And he was one of them, because no matter what I did, it was just not enough. And he still needed to be extremely selfish in so many ways. So that's, I would say, also, how do they treat their mother? Whether you're in a relationship with a female or a male, how do they treat their mom? If they, or their parents in general, their family members. Because I distinctively remember him screaming at his mother in the parking lot when I was walking to work, and we had only just met like not too long before that. And I could hear him screaming at his mother on his phone in his vehicle, and I just kept walking because I was like, oh my goodness, like He is very mad. Like that's not the kind of side of him I've seen before. And though there was some major red flags when it came to how he treated his mom, and I ignored them. And I shouldn't have, because not only did he end up treating me like that, but it got worse. And now that I'm not with him, he's back to treating his mom that way. So it's scary and it's sad. And if you have just a little bit of like gut feeling, don't ignore it. If your gut is saying, yikes, that didn't seem like very nice, or that kind of seemed like a bully. Yeah, don't ignore it. I promise you, it's and all of the other people who have been through this, you can see these red flags, but you're blinded by love and hope that it's just a mistake that they made, and that's not who they are. Like you just have hope, and you think, wow, it's gonna get better. And then 10 years down the road, you're begging them to get therapy with you, and you're begging them to stop hiding things from you, and you're begging for little breadcrumbs of love and affection just to feel like there's something between you. And then hiding things and doing horrible, horrible things behind your back, worse than cheating, and hurting your children, hurting their own children. It's terrible. It's not something that I want anyone to ever go through. So if I can help in some way, and to those of you who've reached out to me, I haven't gotten through all of the messages and emails, and I'm trying to get to them all, but I've been very busy. But all of you, I want to send my love to you. I love you all. We are all part of the same team, and we're going to be okay. You just have to try and stay level-headed, take care of yourself, get therapy, or talk to people that you are comfortable with, that will listen and they won't judge. Even if they don't really understand your situation, it's really important that you have positive, loving people in your life. So make sure you do that. And I do have that here with you guys. There's a bunch of people that I need to thank personally for sending substantial donations to my PayPal over the last few days. I'm really trying not to cry. Again, I don't ever expect these kinds of donations, and I was shocked. So I just want to say thank you to a couple of people. I know there was Jan on the Lamb. I hope I'm saying that right. She donated through YouTube. She sent me a super chat. So thank you so much for that. And for Amanda and Colleen, I'm not going to say your last names here. I believe it's Ilka, but I hope I'm saying it correctly. And Andrea or Andrea, I'm not sure how to say that. Some people like it Andrea, some people like it Andrea. Some people say Rachel, some people say Rochelle. But I just want to thank you guys for the PayPal donations that you sent to me and my boys. And it helps me more than you could ever possibly know, especially right now. So thank you. Thank you. My heart is overflowing with love for you, and both me and my kids are grateful, both me and Jax, especially because he's here with me, and he's going to be okay right now. So I just want to say thank you. I don't want to be a big sappy baby, but It's just surprising to me the amount of strangers. I don't think of you guys as strangers, but people that I've never met before and I'm not related to them, and they're reaching out and helping me in a way that I couldn't possibly ever imagine. And I hope that I can pay it forward somehow. Anyway, might not be in a financial way, but I hope that I can pay it forward in some way back to all of you. And so I just want you to know I really appreciate all that, because YouTube really doesn't pay the bills, unfortunately. So I just want to make sure that I said thank you to those of you. If I've forgotten anyone, please let me know in the comments, because I don't want to forget anyone. But thank you all. Thank you, Amanda and Colleen. You've both helped me out a couple of times through PayPal and donated to my channel. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys. You guys are my family here. Like I said, I don't have a big support system. I don't have a lot of family around. I don't have a lot of people that are willing to take the time to understand what we're all going through here and how this has been for us. And it's just easier, I guess, for people to mind their own business and step away. But the amount of strangers that have shown me that there's actual humanity left in the world, that gives me a lot of hope. So these are happy tears. I'm very grateful. I hope that you guys have understood what I've painted while I was gabbing, because I haven't really been paying attention. I paid attention when I was painting it, but I'm not paying attention now that I'm talking to you guys. Instead of white dots on the mushroom, like the one that I made last time, I used like a minty blue. I guess it's like a greenish minty blue called patina. And I used that same color in the stems of these little pink mushrooms. And basically the little mounds of moss that we see, it's just like different shades of green and then a lighter like citrus green or a lime green to do the little fuzzies on the tops of the mounds of moss. That's what that's supposed to be. So I hope you guys, that says Cayman blue, by the way. Cayman, I'm sorry. I don't know why it's not showing up very well. My camera did not want to focus on that color for some reason, but it's basically just like close to the same color as the patina, but it's just a little bit different. It's less minty. A little bit of shading on the stalks from the mushrooms. And I'm going to add snow and, well, not snow, stars, sorry. It's going to look like snowflakes as well, because there's going to be white dots all through the air, but it's actually like little stars, but they don't have the twinkles like I'm adding right now. Only the bigger stars have the twinkles, and the little stars that look like snow, they're just dots. And if you want to get really nifty with it, or if you want to add more bling to it, you can add little crystals to the stars after you resin. If you leave it, well, if you use art resin like I do, it has to sit for about 10 to 12 hours. And I'll usually add crystals at the 6 to 7 hour mark, as long as it's still really sticky. I add the crystals at that time, and then they don't go anywhere once it's completely dry. I'm just adding these blades of grass, the greenery. It's in bright green. I will be listing the colors of all the paint that I've used here in the description like I always do. So if I forget anything, just send me a message or comment on the video. That way I can make sure I add it. But I'm going to resin this, and we're going to see it all beautiful, just like the one that you saw the other day. And we'll be right back. Are you guys ready? This is exciting, because this is probably one of my favorite ones. I really like the background. that hologram 2796 on top of the black and the purple, I love it. It looks amazing. And I thought it would be a little too dark, and we used purple in the background, and then we used purple in the mushroom. Is a little too much purple? No. Never too much purple. I love you guys. Hi, Beckett. Say hi to your mama for me. Tell her I miss her beautiful face. I will see you guys again very, very soon with some new tutorials that I've already got painted up. I'm excited to show them to you. So keep painting. Bye.